Okay, well, I have asked Miss Sherry Mason to open our night up with prayer, and I'm super excited for everybody to hop on. I know we have some of Pam Thomas's Reds hopping on tonight too. I see Karen's on, and so we're just so excited to have you guys as part of our Red Hot call. So, Sherry, if you would say a blessing over us, that would be awesome.
Love to. All right, you guys, let's pray. Thank you, Lord, so much for bringing all of these ladies together today, Lord. Help us to let go of any of the things that are distracting us today, the busyness of life, any discouragements that we've had. Let us come in here tonight with an open mind and open heart to receive what Pam has for us tonight to help us, God, to grow our businesses, to be stronger, Lord, to be better people, to be better supporters of each other, to be what Mary Kay Ash wanted us to be, to pass it on to each other and to be sincere and to just love people. Lord, help us, God, to bless each family that's represented here today, Lord, not just our Mary Kay families, but also our individual families, Lord. There are things on in every single person's home. And we need you, God. We need you to intervene. We need you to help us all lift up each other in prayer and to remember each other for all of our needs, because that is the way this was intended, was for us to be a sisterhood, to love each other and to lift each other up in the good times and the bad times. Lord, just bless Pam tonight. Give her the words that we need to hear and let us receive those, Lord. Let us celebrate these women for their successes, Lord, but to know that we're not just a score on the scoreboard, that we're more than that, that we have a purpose and a plan. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. So good. So good and so powerful.
Okay, Heidi, I'm going to pull up the sharing for the recognition. Are you wanting to go through that, or do you need?
Yes, that's
okay.
totally fine. I just got to text Lisa the number. Apparently, I texted the wrong number.
I'm on.
Oh, you're on. Okay, I didn't see you. Okay. Okay. Good, good, good. Okay. Okay. So we get to recognize our Reds right now, which is super exciting for all the work that you guys did in September. So let's see those numbers and where we're at. Oh, look at our red jackets, you guys. Look at all that red space on the board. Congratulations to our 6 Reds. Our goal, you guys, is to fill up every red square there. So we'll have 20 Reds represented in our area. So I'm excited to see that number triple, guys, in the next 2 months. So I know we can do it. So yay, 20 Reds. Let's go. That's what Maya says. I love it. Okay, special shout out to our 2 DIQs. And notice there's plenty of room for more DIQs on this board as well. 6 DIQs, you guys. We can do that. We can bust it, actually 8 altogether, okay? But 6 more. So shout out to our 2 DIQs, Lisa Clark from the Heidi Ray unit. And we got Bobby Joe from Maya Hall's unit. So congratulations to our DIQs tonight. Moving up the career path there. Our career path, okay, is based on your guys' career level, and we ranked it a little differently. Like last month, it was the same. We ranked it by your team production, okay, according to your level on the career path. So let's see the first level on the career path. We have our star team builders. When you're a star team builder, you have 3 or 4 active team members. Okay, you get that beautiful pin enhancer with the 3 little crystals in it. And at this level, you guys can earn 4, 6, or 8% in commissions. Super exciting. Give it up to number 3, Amy England, and number 2, Anna Marie Clump, and number 1, Rachel White in the star team builders. Way to go. And Rachel's on tonight and Amy's on tonight. Moving on up to team leaders. The next step up is 5 to 7 active team members. You get to be a team leader. What is so great is that your commissions go up at this level and you have a little larger team. You will now make 9 or 13%, you guys, in your commissions. And you get the great little pin enhancer with the team leader with the 5 little crystals in it. And we have 1 team member, a red represented tonight, Deborah Bierman as a team leader. Way to go, Deborah. Woohoo! Plenty of room to grow. Yes, yes. And then our DIQs, director and qualifications, you guys, of course, we all know 8 to go in, right? DIQs can earn as well 9 or 13% in commissions. And number 2 in the team production was Bobby Joe Smith. Give a shout out to Bobby Joe. Way to go, girl. And number 1 is Lisa Clark in her commissions. Yay, way to go, Lisa. Congratulations. Okay, this is something new that we are doing, so bear with us. Bear with me. We wanted to show you guys what it looks like transitioning from red to the suit, the director suit. And you know, I love being a sales director in all ways. I love being a sales director. But tonight I'm going to talk to you about what does the commission look like as a breakdown. So you know the money trail, right? Like what you can expect. And so what we have now done is taken our number 1 person that has the number 1 in team production, right? Okay, and then we break down what it looks like, what you made last month as a red jacket, and what you would have made if you were in the suit, the sales director position. Okay, I think Mary's going to bring that up. Okay, great. Okay, so that would be Lisa Clark. She was our top commission, our top one for the month, last month. Her personal production was at $11.91. Okay, way to go, Lisa. That is great personal production. Like, shout out to you. Whoa, great. Okay, as a consultant, it's very important. You don't make any money on your own order. Okay, so that's a 0. Okay, but as a director, you guys, you could get paid as much as 4, 9, or 13%. So with her numbers, she would have gotten $47.64 check. Okay, just on her own order that month. That is fabulous. Okay, her personal team production was $842.25. Okay, so she got paid on that, her 9%. Okay, and at that level, it would be $75.80. Okay, as a director, you get paid on your personal team 4, 9, or 13%. So she would have made 4% because it depends on how much your production that you have. If you have under 4,500, you make 4% on your team. If you have 4,500, at least 4,500, you make 9%. And if you have 5,500, you're going to make the 13%. Okay, so let's see here. She's at 4% at $33.69. Way to go. That's what it would have been her director check. Okay, now unit production. Now that may look different because she was making a different percentage as a consultant versus her director. Okay, unit production altogether, her order plus her team was $2,033.25. As a red jacket, you don't make anything on your unit yet okay. But when you move to director, she would have made, let me see here, 9% at $182.99. Lisa also had a great start personal qualified team member. So she made $50, a $50 bonus. When you become a sales director, that doubles to a $100 bonus, you guys. And so you can see the total commissions earned for last month was $125.80. Had she been in the director suit, $364.32, an additional $238.52. Now, a couple things. This does not include any bonuses, a star consultant, your car, wellness bonus, new director bonus, all that Mary has listed there. Also, that number is 3 times the amount, almost 3 times, it's like 2.9 times the amount of the consultant pay. But had her team production hit 4,500 or 5,500, those numbers in that director column would have skyrocketed. Okay, so that's why you want to always look at your team production minimum 4,500, and then you get another bonus level at the 5,500. You hit those numbers, that director check gets into the thousands and thousands of dollars, you guys. Okay, so hopefully I explained that well. And thank you guys. So maybe that's an eye opener for you all to kind of look at what you're making now. And I always projected, have I be at this next level, what would my check look like? Okay. So always look at the money that you're missing out on. It could be just the little tweaks. It could be adding one more person, having 5 people on your team order a 225 and you always do your 600, that's going to always bring you your 13%. Okay. So you want to do that. You always want to look at, having at least a minimum of 5 of your personal team members and then you doing your 600. So that is one of my goals to always strive for. Okay. So way to go, guys. The next Red Hot call is November 16th. And who's doing the November planning? Jennifer?
Emily.
Emily is. Emily, yes. Emily's doing the, okay. So Emily will be leading that on November. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Next, I get to introduce our guest to you. Okay, I got to pull up my accolades here. Okay, I'm super excited about having Pam on tonight, you guys. Couple reasons. One, you guys, she is in our Tupin area. She's in our Tupin lineage. And it is so evident when I got to speak with her this week and we were prepping for what she was going to train on. I was like, whoa. And I can't wait for you to hear her story. I heard pieces of it. I haven't heard the whole story. And Maya and I were talking a few months ago, and we were thinking about who could we get that, that would bring some hope to our people? If you've been in Mary Kay a long time, that could connect, or, just anybody that you not give up on your team members. And when Lori Maple debuted Pam, we were like, oh my gosh, we would love to have Pam as our guest speaker. We think she's perfect for this season for us to hear from. And so let me tell you a little bit about her and her accolades. Okay, she's married to her husband, Jody, for almost 27 years. She has 4 beautiful young adult children that she's extremely proud of. You guys, she's been in Mary Kay 18 years. Did you hear that? 18 years, okay? Her star consultant 40 times in that 18 years, 40 times. Way to go, Pam. She is a grand achiever car driver, you guys. And I think she earned that as a consultant. Is that correct? Yes, as a consultant. Way to go, girlfriend. Okay. And she earned the Court of Sales in 2023. She debuted as a brand new sales director this year, you guys. Please help me welcome our Tupin sister, Pam Thomas, to the call. Thank you, Pam, for saying yes. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I hope it's great to see everyone online. And thank you, Heidi and Maya, for inviting me to join the Red Hot call. I'm so excited. I'm honored. I was like, oh my gosh, they want me to talk. That's pretty amazing. But I am honored. I'm so thankful that you asked me to share my journey with everyone today. And I pray that it inspires someone this evening. And congratulations, Red. Way to go. You worked hard to get into Red, and you should be very proud of yourself. So congratulations for that. And also congratulations for being on today, because time is a precious gift. And it's very telling when you see when you use some of your precious time to attend Mary Kay events, because it shows that you take your business seriously and that you're making it a priority. So congratulations for taking your precious time to be here tonight. And as I always tell my team, when you show up, you grow up. You don't just go up, you grow up. So thank you for being here tonight. As Heidi mentioned, my Mary Kay journey started 18 years ago. I just celebrated in June my 18th anniversary. And I just earned my career car, as was stated, in November of 2022. So just this past November, and I debuted as a sales director July 1st of this year. So you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, she's been in 17 years before she earned a car and 18 years before she became a director. So I don't know if any of you have been in quite that long, but you're probably also wondering, why did it take her so long? So I hope that what I tell you today does not discourage you, but hopefully it encourages you. And hopefully I reveal to you that you too can achieve both of these if it is your dream. So at this point, like I said, you might be wondering, oh my gosh, they have her on here. Why is she talking to us if it took her that long? So did she not pay attention to her training? Did she not listen to her director? Did she not attend weekly meetings and so forth? But yes, I can tell you very adamantly that I did pay attention to my training. I did attend my weekly meetings. I did listen to my director. I went to many seminars, career conferences, and all the other Mary Kay events. I sat in the Mary Kay cars, got my picture taken in them. How many of you have pictures of yourself in Mary Kay cars? Yes, it's so fun. So I had all that going on. I envisioned myself as a director, but as soon as the pink bubble went away after events, so did the thrill of that new car smell and the vision of me driving one. And so did the vision of me becoming a director. You see, I couldn't really truly see myself driving a car or being a director. And you might be asking, well, why? And there are several reasons. I was fearful. I was comfortable where I was with my, finances and so forth and my career. And I didn't think I deserved it. So many reasons. And some of you may have those reasons as well. So hopefully as I talk today, it will kind of entice you or give you some ideas to continue moving on. Will you ladies please do me a favor? Will you take out just a small piece of paper out of your notebook? And I would like you to write down just a couple of words, the first words that come to your mind when you think of these statements. I have 2 statements, and I want you to write these words down. So the first statement is, I am not driving a Mary Kay car because. So what are the first 1 or 2 words that pop into your brain? I am not driving a Mary Kay car because. And the second statement is, I am not a sales director because. So first words that pop into your brain. All right, does everybody have it? All right, now what I want you to do is I want you to take that piece of paper and I want you to tear it into pieces, just like this, okay? Tear it into pieces, because what you wrote is either a lie or an excuse that you're telling yourself, and you are not serving yourself well. And that's okay. I told myself these lies and excuses for 17 years. But in reality, the real reason you are not in a car or not a sales director is because you have not made the decision to earn one yet or to be a director. It might be in the back of your mind. Some of you, I heard there's a couple of DIQs. So congratulations to that. So you've made that decision to move forward. So I'm going to ask you one more favor, and I would like you to close your eyes. And it's okay. Nobody's going to be looking at you because everybody hopefully will have their eyes closed. Now, I want you to imagine yourself sitting in a brand new Mary Kay career car. Inhale through your nose. Do you smell that new car smell? Now, I want you to imagine your hot little self driving that brand new Mary Kay car. Look in your rear view mirror. Check out your makeup. How does your makeup look? Girls, you look awesome. You look fantastic. Now, imagine the day you pick up this brand new car. Who is there? Your significant other, your kids, your parents, your director, your team. Do you see the smiles? Do you feel their hugs? Do you see the balloons and the flowers that you're receiving? All the pictures are being taken. Do you feel the relief of not having a car payment? And can you feel like the excitement in the air? Now, I want you to envision yourself driving your new Mary Kay car to your director debut in your brand new director suit. You get out of your Mary Kay car in your director suit, you straighten it up. You're feeling 10 feet tall. You feel important. You look important. You are important. Do you see your support group there? Your family, your friends, customers, fellow directors. They are there to celebrate you and your accomplishments. Now take one more deep breath. Does your vision feel amazing? Now open your eyes. Now, are you ready to make the decision to move forward in your Mary Kay career? Hopefully that vision set something in place for you. Well, I got to live all of this, and you can too. Get rid of your doubts. Get rid of your fears. God did not plant this dream in your heart if he was not going to see you through it. I can tell you that being a new director is amazing. It not only provides extra income for my family, but has grown my confidence. It has grown my leadership skills. You feel amazing when you put on your red jacket, right? How does it feel when you put your red jacket on? Don't you just like stand up a little bit taller? So imagine stepping up and putting on that director suit. Now is your time. When I joined Mary Kay, I was a wife and a busy mom with 4 small children, ages 2 through 8. I had worked in the corporate world most of my adult career, but at the time of joining Mary Kay, I was a stay-at-home mom working part-time. My husband, in addition to working his 50-plus hour full-time career, was a high school varsity volleyball coach. And then he added club volleyball coach to that and became the director of that club. So basically, I felt like I was a single mom pretty much 12 months out of the year. Reality, it was about 8 or 9 months. So I had all these small kids and felt like a single mom. And we were an extremely busy family. As the children grew up, they were in every sport and activity that was imaginable. And I know some of you can probably relate to this in your current life. Sometimes we needed to be at 3, sometimes 4 different places at the same time. Life was crazy. When my kids got older, I returned to full-time work in some very demanding corporate positions. And you're thinking, oh, she had this Mary Kay job. Why didn't she do anything about it then? Good question. I don't know, but hopefully as I talk today, we'll figure that out. I think it's all in God's timing. So now you might also be thinking, well, it makes sense. She was busy. She had 4 kids. Her husband was not around a lot. So she was too busy to be a director or think about CAR. And though that is true, I was busy. The real reason it took me so long was because I had not made the decision to earn the CAR or be a director. It was always one of those little things. Oh, that'd be nice to have. And oh, I'd like to do that someday. But I hadn't made the decision to move forward with it. My Mary Kay career always kind of seemed to take a back seat in our life. I had not made the decision to make it a priority. I would work my business enough to stay active, get my 50% discount, have a few parties here and there, service my customer base, build my team every now and then. And then that all changed in May of 2022. When the company I was working at decided to close my entire department. So I was jobless. So it's kind of like, okay, now what do I want to do? It was decision time. Do I try to get another corporate job and rebuild my career again? Do I really want to work for someone else? Or do I want to take this gift of Mary Kay and actually work at building my business? So I had this amazing side hustle, this great plan B, but I kept always shoving it to the wayside. So was now the time, was God telling me, okay, I'm taking this away from you so you can take this and run. So after many discussions, reviewing finances and lots of prayer, my husband and I made the decision that I would work my business full time. So I took God as my business partner. I worked hard and I earned my CAR in 5 months. So I was like, woohoo, I'm making progress here. And then as you heard, I debuted as a sales director in July 1st of this year. So some of you are probably thinking, well, she was working at full time. Sure, why not? Why couldn't she become a car driver and a director? Because it was a full-time job for her. But the truth of it is I could have earned my CAR and become a director when I was working my business as a side hustle. But again, I didn't believe in myself and I had not made the decision to reach these levels. So earning a CAR or becoming a director does not mean you have to work your business full time. What it does mean is that you have to make the decision, you have to get uncomfortable, and you have to work. And I learned that very quickly. I was fortunate that I had been building my business and I had started my team. Thankfully, I already have a strong team. 2 of them are on tonight. So thank you again for inviting them and allowing them to join. I have Jenny and Karen on tonight. So again, thank you. And as my kids grow, and although they're grown now, I still have a very busy life. And ironically, you find that stuff kind of just fills in the time that the kids used to occupy. There's now other stuff. But because I made the decision to work toward CAR and director, I made it happen. And sometimes you have to make the choice to act, and then great things will follow. Think about this. Are you going to take a decision or are you going to make a decision about your business? You see, not making a decision is simply taking a decision. The decision is made for you. It means inaction. It means that you're comfortable. It means that you're foregoing an opportunity. It also means that you're not moving forward. You are stagnant. However, have you ever taken a decision that really made a difference? Chances are probably no. But I bet you made a decision that made a difference. You made a decision to buy a house. You made a decision to get married, have kids, take a job, so on and so forth. And those made a difference for you. You made a decision to start your Mary Kay career. You had a dream of what your business would do for you. Now, what are you going to do with your business, with your dream? Are you going to sell your product, continue to build your team since you're Red Jackets? Are you going to earn a career car? Do you want to step into DIQ and become that director? The decision is yours, but you must make the decision so that you can continue to move forward. Don't do what I did. Don't just take the decision and kind of go as life handed it to me. Don't settle, because all of you deserve better. Once you make your decision, whatever that is for you, you have to be intentional, and you must cultivate consistency, and you must find a support person. And when I say a support person, I'm not talking about somebody that's going to coddle you and just tell you what you want to hear when you want to hear it, but someone that's going to tell you what you need to hear when you need to hear it. My support person was my now senior director, Lori Maple. Many of you hopefully have seen her. If you were at Fall Retreat, hopefully you got the opportunity to hear her this past weekend. She talked me off the ledge several times throughout CAR and DIQ, and you'll hear my story about DIQ in a minute. She showed me some tough love, and she kept me focused. And I mentioned earlier talking about cultivating consistency. So how do you cultivate consistency? This is how I cultivated consistency while earning my CAR and going through the DIQ journey. So I consistently did a brain dump, and some of these you've heard before, and I'm going to take them just a little bit step further for you, hopefully. But I consistently did a brain dump every Sunday evening. I just got it all out of my head. What appointments I had, like not only Mary Kay, but your life, doctor's appointments, helping parents, helping kids, whatever it is. Just get that all out on a piece of paper. And then after you do that, you start making your 6 most important things list off of that. And as Mary Kay always said, you make your 6 most important things the night before, or every day. I took my 6 most important things list one step further, because it's one thing to have this list, but how many weeks have you gone through where you had your 6 most important things and all of a sudden it's Friday and you still have those 6 most important things list, right? You didn't get anything done. So I take that one step further, and they become an appointment for me in my date book. So I have my date book, and when I have my 6 most important things, wherever I have a gap, that's where I schedule my priorities of my 6 most important things. So if I'm going to do booking calls that day, and I have an opening from 10 to 11. It's great if you can consistently do it at the same time, but maybe you can't. So schedule it. It becomes an appointment. And then that 6 most important things, you get them done. And then it comes Friday and they've all been cleared off. They're not still hanging around. So take it one step further and make it a priority. I consistently met with my director for guidance and direction. And though your director is not your boss, treat her as a boss while you're in DIQ or while you're earning CAR. She has your best interest in mind. She will give you guidance. She's been through it before. Treat her as your boss, and then do what she tells you to do, because it adds a sense of authority to it. It adds a sense of, I just lost the word, but accountability. It sounds accountability for you because you're reporting it out to someone. I consistently made booking attempts daily, not weekly, not monthly. I made booking appointments on a daily basis. I consistently submitted my weekly accomplishment sheet so that I could pat myself on the back and see what my accomplishments were for the week. I consistently attended my unit meetings. I consistently told everyone I was earning a CAR. And that scared me to death because I did not want to put myself out there. I had heard people doing that before, and it's like, there is no way I'm going to do that. But I did it, and people will rally around you if they know that you have a vision and that you have something that you want to accomplish. And I will tell you, in earning my CAR, as Heidi said, I earned it as a consultant first. That took my customers and my family, their respect for me went from here up to here because I now had a car. I was, the same person, but in their mind, I had achieved this huge accomplishment. I was important. So earning a car is a big deal and made a big deal for my career. Again, and I see people even now, because of course you promote it on social media, you're excited. And I have people now that I'll see and they're like, oh my gosh, you're doing so awesome in Mary Kay, you earned a car and blah, 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 blah. So it made a big difference for me. You and your director have to work out what works best for you and what your vision is. But I do encourage you to earn a car first, because with car, you have to have 24 active consultants on your unit to earn a car, obviously, plus production. With DIQ, you have to have 8 out of the gate. That's great. But if you start with car, you have a great foundation for your unit. So you have this unit already of 24 active people, and then your unit grows. And then as you become a director, you're even stronger than if you started without. So just my 2 cents worth, you take it. Your goal may not be that. So just that worked out for me, and it has been very successful for me. I will tell you too, car may not be your vision. But it is a trophy on wheels. And as I said, people see my car and they're like, oh, wow, she worked hard for that. She's got her car. So take that first car and, you earned it, show it off a little bit. Then if you don't want a car the next time around, think about the money that if you took the cash option for the level I'm at, I'm a grand achiever. So it's about $425 a month. If you don't want that car, still reach for car, because whatever that money is that the company's giving you for your car payment, apply that to your family. What does that mean to your family? Is it going to pay off a credit card? Is it going to remodel your home? Is it going to be a college fund? Is it going to be your vacation? So car may not be your vision, but there are so many benefits to that I strongly encourage you to investigate that and look into that. So enough about that. I consistently held parties and facials. Do a power start every month. That's what got me through. 30 faces in 30 days was a huge turning point for me. Did I always meet 30 faces in 30 days? No, but that was my goal. And I was able to get to that. So instead of have maybe, I might try to get a booking this month or whatever, I had a goal. If I got 30 or was reaching for 30, if I got 15 or 20, that was awesome. So do that every month. That makes a huge difference in your business. It makes a huge difference toward car. It brings potential recruits in front of you much quicker, and it increases your sales tremendously. So I encourage that. That was what helped me. So if you're looking for that, that's just part of that consistency. I consistently shared the opportunity with everyone. We always hear in Mary Kay not to prejudge. And I used to do that. I'm very picky about who comes on my team. And that's why I have such a strong team, but don't prejudge, because I have women on my team that I never would have thought would have joined Mary Kay due to their corporate jobs and whatever. And they are rock stars for me. And then I have people that I thought would join and didn't, or thought someone would be strong and they fell off or are not. So don't prejudge, because you never know what somebody can bring to benefit you and your team and themselves. I consistently prayed to God to bring to be my business partner and to guide me to the women who need not only the product, but also the opportunity. I consistently tracked my numbers and looked at reports. We all know a track number grows. I consistently reached out to people that I had always kind of wanted to reach out to, and those that I was too scared to reach out to. And I will tell you, I heard this, I don't know if it was at fall retreat this past week or just recently some training, but on your Facebook, your social media, Facebook, Instagram, what have you, look at people. You may not have talked to these people for years, but look at anybody who has commented or liked a post within the last 7 days. And that is technically a warm lead for you. So if they've commented, they've interacted with you, they've engaged with you, consider that a warm lead. And then you can reach out to them and offer them a pampering session. And go through your Facebook friends. There are friends on there. Went through it again recently. I have like 200 people I still have not contacted. So rely on those sources, because you knew them at some point and you're friends at some point. So again, follow through on that. Reach out to people, that you want to, even though if you're chicken, again, earlier I said you must get uncomfortable. And that's one thing I did. I consistently got uncomfortable through my journey. I consistently worked and I consistently made the decision every day that I was going to do this. Was it always easy? No. Life is messy. Life gets in the way. Plus, if it was easy, everyone would be driving a career car and everybody would be a director, right? Were there frustrations? Yes. Were there people that let me down? Yes. But I made the decision every day to work, and you too must make the decision to work every day, even if it's only in 10 to 15-minute increments sprinkled throughout your day, because many of you probably have other jobs and careers and kids and all the things. So sprinkle it in where you can. You just need to consistently do something in your business daily. So you must cultivate that consistency, and that makes a big difference. Is it worth it? Absolutely. All the images and the feels that I had you envision earlier when I asked you to close your eyes, I experienced all of that and then some when I picked up my career car and debuted as a sales director, and you can too. Once I made the decision to earn car, I achieved it, as you heard, relatively quickly within 5 months. But my journey to director was not a piece of cake. And I'm going to share that with you. And I share it not to discourage you, but hopefully to encourage you to keep going and do it. So you can do this. And if I can do this, you can do this. So I'm going to share a little bit of my legacy with, you all are in Tupin or are familiar with Tupin, and she's very strong with legacy and so forth. You're probably going to think, well, why is she sharing all this? But hopefully it all ties in for you once I'm done. But I came from a legacy of my family of strong people, not only my personal family, but my Mary Kay is very strong as well, the legacy there. As far as my family legacy, I was thankfully raised in a Christian home with parents who have a very strong work ethic, strong morals, integrity, grit, a never give up attitude. Some call this stubbornness, and that's okay. We got it. We got to use it, right? I watched my parents work hard and make sacrifices for my brother and I as we grew up. And many of you probably watched your parents do the same for you. But I've really grown to appreciate how tough my parents really are as I've watched them overcome many hurdles the past several decades. My mom is a colon cancer survivor, has survived brain tumor, has had so many heart procedures that I've lost count. Last week at the age of 80, she just had a total hip replacement. So each of these times she faces these challenges head on. She never gives up, no matter how scary the situation is, how hard it is to work through it. And I'm amazed by her inner strength and willpower, and she keeps going and pushing through no matter what. My dad, at the age of 73, fell from his deer stand, broke his neck. He laid in freezing temperatures for hours before he was found. We were not sure at the time if he was going to be paralyzed, what his life-altering prognosis was going to be. He was in traction. He had pins put in, rods put in, screws put in his neck, all these horrible things. He faced weeks in the hospital, then weeks in a rehabilitation facility, and then weeks in a nursing home. Through tough, hard work, determination, he pushed himself through physical therapy and the pain to get well enough to be able to come home and to reach his ultimate goal of attending his granddaughter's high school graduation, which is my daughter, and he did it. So, I'm building this up, as you can see, for the strong legacy. He had another setback a few years ago at the age of 80. He fell and broke his pelvis. And again, he pushed himself through it, got well enough that he was able to come home from the nursing home and is at home now. So my parents don't give up. They don't quit. And I also married into a strong family of men and women with the same values as I was raised. My mother-in-law is also a recent cancer survivor and is facing many challenges with permanent damage from radiation treatments, but she too is not a quitter, and she gets stronger every day. So my husband, Jody, and I have continued our family legacy by raising our kids the same way we were raised, with the Christianity, strong work ethic, grit, never give up attitude, the morals, and so forth. And as young adults, they're displaying these characters, and I'm extremely proud of each one of them. So you're like, oh, she's boasting about her family. Trust me, it ties in, ties into my legacy. So now my Mary Kay legacy, very strong as well. We already mentioned Linda Tupin, National Sales Director in 1982. I don't know if you know her accolades, but I'm going to run through these really quick. So she joined Mary Kay in 1982. Just over a year later, in 83, she debuted as a sales director. 1986, she left her teaching position to work as a full-time director and a work-from-home mom. Quickly moved into Cadillac status. Area of 40 plus sales directors, consistently worked in the top 10 in the Ruby division, top 20 company wide. Woo, woo. Her personal unit of 450 consultants. I'm not at 50 yet. So that's huge. And she retailed over 30 million during her 27 years in her career, 18 career cars, 16 of them pink Cadillacs, over 8 million in commissions, not including her personal sales and cars. During her career, another 3 million in her retirement, 30-year pink Cadillac unit, 21 times in the $1 million unit, top 20 in the nation 22 times, debuted as a national in the year 2000, Inner Circle National Sales Director 2 times, and now NSD Emeriti in 2020. Jennifer Miller, Senior Sales Director, debuted as a Fabulous 50. If you are in DIQ or a director, you know what that is, or if you're not, don't know what that is, you'll find out quickly if you're in DIQ. It's very scary, but it's all something we can do. Anyway, she's a Fab 50. She has one offspring, Lori Maple. She's a 3-time gold medal earner, 95 quarters as a star consultant, 12 car owner or career car earner, 300,000 circle of unit. Lori Maple, recently a senior sales director, started Mary Kay. Some of you may know this, may not. When she was 18 years old, a senior in high school, debuted as a director 1 year later at the age of 19. Like, whoa, I can't believe it. And here I am at my age, just barely getting through it. So, she is a 69 quarter star consultant, National Court of Sales 4 times, National Court of Recruiting 2 times, $300,000 circle of unit achievement twice, 350,000 once, and just recently a $400,000 circle of achievement first time. She's a double star achiever, 2-time triple star achiever, and has earned 11 career cars, the most recent a Cadillac. So why did I tell you all that, right? You're like, oh my gosh, my head's spinning. That was fast. Why is she telling me all this? I'm telling you all this because my legacy was laid out before me, just like your legacy has been laid out before you. Much like I have passed my legacy on to my kids, it's time for me to continue my Mary Kay legacy. And I have extremely strong women to follow, as you just heard. My journey to director, as I said, was not easy. I had many frustrations and failures along the way, but because of my legacy and the grit behind both my personal family and my Mary Kay legacy, I didn't give up. So I did not make director my first go around when I was in DIQ, not to scare anybody away. I didn't make it the first time. I was mad. I was frustrated. I was sad, and I was wanting to give up. But like my legacy, I got myself back up, brushed myself off, and submitted into DIQ again. And once again, I did not make it. So second time in DIQ, I didn't make it. We were so close so many times throughout the journey. I could see it. I could feel it. I could feel it happening. And then it didn't happen. It wouldn't happen. I vented to Lori. She was my go-to person. She was a saint. She kept me inspired and motivated. I talked to my kids. I talked to my husband about it. Each one of them encouraging me every time, telling me I would do it the next time. Okay. Team members were working hard. They were encouraging me and cheering me on. I prayed about it every day. I had taken God as my business partner and was sure each month throughout both of those qualification periods that we would make it. When I didn't make it the second time, I decided that this was not meant to be. I thought God had planted this dream in my heart, but it was not meant to be. I was wrong. I misread what God was telling me. I reflected on what I could have done differently, what I should have done better. I was already throwing in the towel and I was ready to quit. I was not going to do Mary Kay. I was considering part-time jobs. to help supplement our income because I was not going to be a director. And then two things happened. One, I realized that my legacy, the way I was raised, the way we raised my kids and my Mary Kay women before me would not allow me to quit. I was made of tougher stuff than that. I could not let my kids and my family see me not get back up and try again. And I was made of tougher stuff, and I'm not a quitter, and neither are any of you. I don't care what your background is, what your legacy is, none of you are quitters. And number two, I had not really taken God as my business partner. I thought I had, but those of you people that do know me know that I like to do everything by myself. And I've got that stubborn trait I talked about with my legacy. So I had not truly given it to God. I did not give him the reins. I was still trying to be in control. So I submitted for DIQ for the third time. In that first month, we would have a good production week, and then we'd have nothing. I was praying daily for God to put people in front of me that would be blessed by the Mary Kay opportunity. And he did. He brought people to me. But we still needed existing consultants to become active. I would get a recruit, and then they decide, I'm not going to become an active person. I'm just going to wait. I would have consultants commit to place an order and then either not be able to or decide for whatever reason that they didn't want to. I had consultants commit to a certain dollar amount, and then they weren't able to make it for whatever reason. Their sales didn't happen. This happened all month long in my first month of my third qualification period. But in my mind, that was my last month, because my goal was that I wanted to become a director in Mary Kay during Mary Kay's 60th anniversary seminar year. So it was a roller coaster ride. I had this own personal goal that I was trying to achieve. I could see God at work, then something would go wrong. I wanted so desperately to meet that goal. I wanted to make director the 60th anniversary year. And it was June at this point, the last month for it to happen. Finally, it came down to the last day of the month, the last day of the Mary Kay seminar year, June 30th, for me to reach my own personal goal. Still had DIQ options, but for me, that was the ultimate. I prayed to God that he would make his presence known. I had worked hard all month and previous months putting things into place. The team had worked hard all month. They and my family were rallying around to support this goal. And that morning, on June 30th, I relinquished all control to God. I felt his peace come over me, and I sat back and I allowed him to work. Instead of me being in control, I allowed God to be in control. Orders started coming in. New consultants who said they weren't going to place orders started placing orders. Consultants that had already placed large orders placed yet another large order. I was giving the team update, cheering them on. They were cheering each other on. It was all this fun and excitement. If I didn't give an update soon enough, my team was like, where are we at? What are we doing? They wanted these updates. My kids and my husband kept checking in throughout the day, wanting to know if we were going to make it. I was working with a brand new consultant, helping her get her first order into the late hours of the night. Some of you directors have already experienced this. It was new to me. So I'm like, oh, this is crazy. It was my son CJ's 30th birthday. It was my son CJ's birthday. He's not close to 30. And I wanted to be celebrating with him. I was celebrating with him. I was still taking calls and I was texting. But he wasn't mad. He just kept cheering us on. Every time an order came in, he'd be like, yay, we're going to do it. So that was fun, too, to have that experience. And I had consultants wanting to know, can I help? What can I do? Should I place another order? I had one consult telling her husband how close we were, and we were just right there at the cusp of it. And he placed a large order of men's products so that he would help us out. I had a consultant on vacation out west, and she placed an order. And it was the most exciting and exhausting day of my life, but we made it and we did it. Our customers supported us, the team rallied, and God showed up big. And I believe it's all in God's timing. So what is your legacy? Your legacy is different than mine. Who is your legacy tied to currently, or who is it going to be tied to in the future? Is your legacy one that you want? You may not like your legacy. It may have been a horrible legacy, but it's your turn to change it and make it different. So you can either continue a great legacy or you can change it and start a new legacy and create a new one. I've looked back over my journey in my Mary Kay career, and I've said many times, I wish I would have advanced my Mary Kay career sooner. Having been here now as a director and a car driver, I'm like, why did I wait so long? I wish I would have made the decision sooner, but I believe it was God's timing, and He waited for such a time as this. For whatever reason, maybe my kids needed to be older so that they could see and encourage me and cheer me on. Maybe they needed to see me as an adult fall down and pick myself back up. Maybe I wasn't ready. Maybe God wanted Lori to wait on her senior director. Who knows? Maybe my husband needed to be in his career path. Maybe our team needed to watch me go through these struggles. So as they grow and develop into DIQ and director, they could see the progress and see what I went through so that they know what to do. Only God knows, but I do know the time is now. I also know that with God, all things are possible. Matthew 19:26. If your goal is to be a sales director, do not be discouraged by my journey, because your journey is going to be different. My journey was what I needed to have in order to grow into the person that God wants me to be. And God has your journey already planned out for you too. We each have the ability to grow in our own pace, to develop into individuals that we were meant to be. Mary Kay is not about selling skincare and makeup. Mary Kay is about growth, endurance, legacy, sisterhood, flexibility, freedom, and enriching women's lives. God brought you here today for a reason to this meeting. The time is now. Your time is now. You see, it doesn't matter how old you are, where you are in your Mary Kay journey, what your background is or isn't. If you want a car, if you want to be a director, if you want to grow your business, make the decision, be intentional, cultivate consistency, utilize the gift that God, excuse me, utilize the gift called Mary Kay that has been given to you. Take God as your business partner and work. I'd like you to leave you with this one last thought. Hopefully I've not gone on too long. I don't know if I've exceeded my 30 minutes or not. But this one last thought. What do you want to accomplish in your Mary Kay business? Accomplishing it starts with making a decision. Making a decision starts with a dream. So what is your dream? Yeah, I'm done. Hopefully that was helpful and inspirational.
Oh my goodness, girl, you just brought it. So good. So good. I want to open it up to anybody that if you heard something that moved you, that you can share with Pam. And I would just love to hear what your all's thoughts are, hearing her story, her energy, everything. Yeah. So who wants to share?
Pam, oh my gosh, I loved hearing from you. That was amazing. I loved how you talked about how your journey may be different than others, and I loved how you talked about being vulnerable, like going for DIQ for a third time and saying, "Hey, I don't have the option to quit here. Even if I wanted to, the people around me aren't going to let me." I think that really says something about your character and also your loyalty that you have for the people that you are building a legacy for. And I just want to say thank you for being 100% transparent of what that looked like, and also being vulnerable enough to say, like, hey, I know I'm in DIQ for the third time. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to have God as my business partner, but I really don't. And I finally surrendered that, and watching him just work that last day for you, I think that just speaks wonders, not only to Mary Kay, but who our creator is and what he has planned for us. And I just want to say thank you for being vulnerable and extremely transparent of what that looked like for you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for that.
I feel the same way as Mary Kay, as Bobby Joe. I think my mind's all jumbled, but I feel comfortable and I feel scared. So, I mean, it's good that I mean, I haven't even started DIQ and I'm already scared that I won't finish and become a director, and that's way, way ahead. And so I appreciate you sharing that and saying that, you know, I have to make a decision. And I feel that this is what God wants me to do. He has for some time, but I haven't been disciplined. And I I think the tips that you gave about being intentional and working, you know, 10 or 15 minutes a day, I can do that. And, you know, being consistent. I mean, it's all these little things that make up to being successful. So I appreciate you breaking it down like that, and also being vulnerable and saying um, that you were working with God, but you wasn't in the beginning, and the last day, the miracle that happened, and you finished it. So I appreciate all of that. I really, really do, and I think this was perfect for us to hear. Thank you.
Thank you for that. And I do hope it's helpful. Sometimes you never know, but like I said earlier, we were all on this call for a reason tonight. So hopefully some of you or all of you needed to hear that. So thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hey, Pam. I want to thank you so much for getting on today. A couple of things that stood out to me, you know, that I've heard before, but it's so it's powerful to hear it in different situations. You know, you're talking about getting uncomfortable, because we get in our comfort zone. We don't want to do the things that make us uncomfortable, but we don't grow if we're not uncomfortable. And, you know, you talking about you losing your job. And so that's kind of a conversation I've been having with Heidi and with Maya, and about what happens when there is no other option. You know, it changes your mentality about how you look at your business, because you never know what the next day is going to bring, whether you lose your job, someone in your family is ill, you know, whatever, that your Mary Kay business has to be your life. And so it's really given me a different perspective. And, you know, when I heard you say that, I was like, yep, there we go. You know, that's more confirmation that Mary Kay doesn't really need to be our backup plan. It needs to be our primary plan, and our whatever else we have as a backup plan. Because we can work Mary Kay in all seasons and all with all problems in our life, right? And you were also talking about how as you get older, you think you're going to have all this spare time. That is not true. You know, it's like when your kids are little and you don't sleep and you have these babies and you're doing all the things. Y'all, when you get to this age, it's no different. You fill it with other things. You just fill it with other things. And so when you said that, I'm like, that's so right. Because I think we get this picture in our brain that, oh, these people don't have time because they have little children. I'm like, I promise you, I'm just as busy as anybody that has a little child. You know, if I don't have something to do, I fill it in my schedule. And, you know, so we do prejudge people. We do. And, you know, and I said that after we went to fall retreat, I've been trying to reprogram my mind about not prejudging people. Somebody there had said, I don't remember which speaker it was, Margaret, had said, if it's good enough for you, why is it not good enough for her? And that's, you know, exactly what you said about judging other people and their circumstances. So thank you, Pam. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was great to see you at fall retreat. Another thing I heard recently, and I think it was actually on the $1 Million Message, was, you know, how many lives can you impact? How many families can you impact? And what you just said about if it's good enough for you, why is it not good enough for her? But think about if it's good enough for you and your family, just think of the families that we're impacting by offering this opportunity and being selfish if we don't.
So good. Pam, I love that you brought us through the visualization of that whole thing of earning your car and stepping out of your car to your director debut and all those feelings. And I remember when I was earning my car and when I was becoming a sales director, I visualized it like before I went to bed. And I'm like, man, I haven't been doing that lately, you know, for the next level. And I think that you're speaking a lot of life into our group right now. You're reminding us of our legacy, and you're reminding us that we are, you guys, we have the grit, we have the legacy, your consistency, the way that you train, you're so calm, but you're so solid. I mean, everything you just shared with us was things like that we already probably know to do, but the way you brought it about how you worked it. And I kept hearing you say consistent all the time. And I loved how you said that if you are you going to take a decision, or are you going to make a decision? If you make a decision, then you're taking a decision that was made already for you. And so I think we always want to be in that waiting land sometimes, and we don't want to make a decision. We're afraid we're going to make the wrong choice. So just make the decision. And so thank you for reminding us of our backbone, and that, that we can do this. And it really, you being vulnerable and sharing your journey, just like Bobby said, what it looked like. Gosh, that to me was like, oh my heavens, how did she do this? But you did not give up. You kept going, and you knew who you were and where you came from, and you knew you had better things ahead. And I think that's kind of where we are, all of us as a group. Like, we get weary sometimes, and we're in that weary spot, but we can't give up. We've got backbone, we've got grit, we've got legacy to continue, and we cannot stay comfortable. I'm talking to myself, because a lot of these things, I'm like, I'm not doing that right now. I need to start doing more of that. I got to do more of that. But thank you for reminding me, because you're so strong and subtle about it, but yet you're so, I don't know, reassuring about it as well. I love talking to you, because I can feel like I've known you forever. Maybe I have. Maybe we've met in the last 13 years. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm so glad that this has had a positive impact on everybody tonight.
Yeah.
Well, oh my goodness, Pam, listening to you tonight, there is such a steady strength to you. Like, I feel like, Heidi, like, you're right. Like, you're talking about this solid strength of really working the business the way that Mary Kay intended for it to be worked. And thank you for also showing people that just because something didn't work the first time doesn't mean that God does not call you to it. Sometimes, like, you have got to, like, pull up your panties and, like, get to work. And I feel like more people need to hear that. Like, just because it's hard doesn't mean that God's not calling you to it. Like, hello, everything that God called people to had an essence of hard, but it was only hard until they did it. And then it wasn't hard. And I feel like I heard that in your story, like, wow, why did I wait that long? It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, and I'm so thankful for your grit and your determination. And like Heidi said at the beginning, it's why we wanted you to share, because we knew that your story was going to impact people who feel like it's too late. I've taken too long. I've tried too many times. And now am I allowed to keep going? Or I'm in the midst of a struggle. So can I even become a sales director or earn a car in the midst of a struggle? And y'all, the Lord spoke through Pam tonight. So if you were not listening, you need to listen to this again. So Pam, thank you for sharing things that I don't think we knew that we needed it, but the Lord knew that we needed it, and he used you tonight. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate the positive feedback.
Well, Pam, I definitely think, like, when I think of you as you are describing that legacy, Jennifer Miller, Lori Maple, and you, and then looking at your two reds that are on here, like, you guys are ones that, like, seriously, the history of the Tupa National area, like, I feel like you guys have always been a part of that as long as I've known the Tupa National area. You know what I mean? And so I think that just speaks volumes to you guys, not only for your guys' consistency. So, Pam, Jenny, Karen, but even to that legacy of where you're coming from and that family that you guys come from. And so that is just phenomenal to just know about that history in, that rock solid strength that's there, as like Heidi and Maya were talking about. And I think it is one of those things too, like, as somebody that's also, like, I was in for 7 years before I became a sales director, and I think people very easily compare themselves if they're not doing it as fast as other people, or their timeline is not the same as other people, or any of those things. And I just think that it is a testament. We need people of of all of those stories. You know what I mean? We need people that move fast. We need people that move slow. We need people that move fast and then slow down. We need people that were slow and then fast. And like all of those things, like we need it all, because everybody is true to who they are. When they're true to who they are, true to what they've been called to, it will all work out in all of the perfect timing. Like we can't question, why didn't it happen then? Why didn't I make the decision then? There was something that we needed to learn or needed to grow in a way to be able to make it happen when it was designed to happen. And I loved when you said that we're made of tougher stuff, because I think that's also the thing to remember, is because we were all going to have stuff happen, but we're tougher than that. Like that, whatever happens does not have to define us, because we are tougher than that. We are stronger than that. We are more stubborn than that. Like however you want to look at it, we are all of those things. But that's how we're designed. That's how we're made. So just thank you for that reminder of that consistency, that toughness, that strength, all of that tonight, because that did speak volumes to everybody on tonight.
Good. I appreciate that. Yeah, my husband calls me stubborn. My maiden name is Stutler. And so anytime anything it gets stuck, we're always like, well, there's Stutler stubborn coming out. It's like, hey, whatever, but yeah, the consistency, the grit, all of that, we all have it within us. Whatever our background is, whatever our legacy is, it may be different, but we all have it within us. We just need to find it and use it.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was awesome. I know we're a little bit behind, but this was so well worth it. I think, just hearing all this and absorbing it and soaking it in. We're going to go ahead and do our drawing for our red giveaway. So I got the wheel of names pulled up. If you want to put it in the chat, if you were on last month, you get 1 entry. And if you're on this month, you get a 2nd entry. And so if you would put it in the chat, how many entries you get, and then I'm going to do your giveaway, and it's going to be a cute little trendy pink mug, some sort of pink mug. I had it picked out, and of course it got sold out too quick at the director drop. So I have now researched, and we've got a mug in place, and it will be a surprise. Okay.
Those are the best kinds, Heidi. It's okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, let's see here.
So Debbie was on last month in this one.
Debbie.
So that would be 2 points. Rachel gets 1.
2 points. Okay. Rachel gets 1. Okay. Who else we got? Who else?
Bobby, Joe, and Amy. How many?
Bobby, Joe, Amy, and Lisa. How many do you guys get?
And Lisa. Is Lisa, or did Lisa? I think Lisa had to hop off. I don't see her anymore.
Okay.
2 for Bobby Joe.
For Bobby Joe. Okay.
1 for Amy.
Okay. Okay, and do 1 for Lisa, because I don't remember. Okay. Okay. So I've got 2 for Debbie, 1 for Rachel, 2 for Bobby Joe, 1 for Amy, and 1 for Lisa. Am I missing anybody else?
I think that's.
Okay.
Oh, Jennifer says Lisa was on last month because she was the winner.
Oh, she was? Okay. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I can't remember everything, guys. Okay, so awesome. So I got Lisa too now. Okay. Okay. So
I think that's everybody.
Everybody? Okay. Tap to spin.
Oh, let me spotlight you. Let's make this big.
Oh, let's make this big. Who's it gonna be? Let's go, Reds. Let's go.
Yay, Amy!
I'm so excited. Okay. Well, guys, thank you again for hopping on, and Amy will make sure you get your mug to you, and it will be awesome. Trust me. Okay. Anything else, Mary? Next Red Hot Call is in next month.
What is that date that we said 1, 2, 3? The 16th, November 16th.
Okay, thank you. Because I was like, I don't know. All right.
And then Okay, I'm gonna have you all mark your calendars now too, because I just got word today, and the third Thursday is December, which is December 21st. So listen, everyone can come to that. That is still 4 days before Christmas. Okay, you can wrap Christmas presents and come to Red Hot Call. But Raul Dominguez from Ruby Sales Development is
Ooh.
coming to be our guest speaker. So our goal is 20 reds by December 20th. Okay, so December 21st. So yeah, okay, we've got an exciting couple months coming up, y'all. So anyway, just wanted to make sure you mark your calendar so no one tells me, oh, I have this. No, you don't. Everyone has December 21st. I know it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be epic. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there already too.
That's awesome. That's
Cool.
so exciting. Very exciting. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for being on here tonight. Have a wonderful rest of your night and an amazing finish as we close out this last half of October. All right, you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.